heard your cries, Guggen Nation, but too much of a good thing is bad for your health. So we're only doing this once a week. Buckle up, baby. It's time for E.T.N. Brought to you by Lloyd's Construction and Consulting, providing first-class construction services on 1010XL.
All right. Here we go. Strap in, ladies and gentlemen. It's about to get ugly.
Stretching right now like it's some sort of athletic contest. So Justin will be our guest Guggen judge. We appreciate him. Good morning, Justin.
Hello.
All right.
Justin, you know how the game's played. Beef, tell Justin what he's going home with.
Justin's going to get hooked up with a family 4-pack of vouchers to go watch the Jumbo Shrimp. They're back home starting tonight, a 6-game homestand against Nashville.
Nice.
Shall we dance?
Let's do it.
Let's get it on.
Round one.
We got a double let's get it on there.
I like it. Round one, the big reaction from SEC Media Days yesterday, day one, was mostly from the comments made by Greg Sankey. He was sort of lamenting the vaccine levels on a lot of the teams in the SEC, and he used that dreaded F word, Dan. You know the one. Not the 4-letter one, but forfeit.
That's ugly.
Looking ahead to this season. Do you really think that the SEC would get to a point where they would force a team to forfeit a game?
I don't know if the SEC will be willing to take it that far. I don't think these programs with the number of players that are vaccinated will get to that point. At some point, you've got to get credit for being vaccinated, don't you? In other words, I'm vaccinated and a player on my team isn't vaccinated and he gets COVID. Does that affect my standing? See, there's a little bit of gray area to what Sankey said yesterday. Yeah, it does make sense. You can't, throw games all over the schedule like they did a year ago. But I also have to know more specifically what the parameters are that will lead to a forfeit. If you got 8 guys that are sick, that's going to hurt you, just like you have 8 guys with a knee injury, but it's not going to lead to a forfeit per se.
Yeah, Sankey, says hope's not a plan. We hope we don't have games that can't be played, but hope's not a plan, and we got to have a plan. And therefore, the plan is, we don't want to have these minimum roster deals and such. Now, listen, here's the deal. Sankey can say anything he wants, but this thing would have to be verified or voted on by the SEC athletic director. So we're a long way away from that going into play, but it was interesting that he brought it up and certainly surprised, I think, a lot of folks in the college football world.
Winner Dan.
I think it's just a leaning.
Round two.
At least leaning on the programs. Hey, we're getting to the season.
Yes.
We're not to a level that we should be. Coaches, why aren't your guys vaccinated? And
That's fair, but let's
get up to a number.
And I'm glad he did it at this point, but that is a little, we're far along now. It's not like it's June here. It's, practice starts here in a couple weeks.
Round two, shifting gears.
Yes, sir.
The NBA Finals resume tonight.
Just to stop you for a second, it does seem wrong to punish someone for getting sick.
Right.
That there's something inherently wrong with that.
Yeah.
So, anyway, sorry, Beef. Go ahead.
You're okay.
Yeah.
The NBA Finals resume tonight in Milwaukee, the good land, where the Bucks are up 3-2. Most experts are picking the Bucks to get it done tonight. If it goes back to Phoenix, do you think the Bucks get it done tonight? And B, if it doesn't, it goes back to Phoenix, do you think it's advantage Suns, or do the Bucks still have the momentum?
Fear the deer, baby. That's what I'm doing. I'm all on board with Giannis. I've done a 180 on this thing. I think Giannis Antetokounmpo is an awesome cat. I love everything he stands for. I like what he's all about. I love that he stayed in Milwaukee. I love that the fans there are going crazy. I love that he's part of a small market team that hasn't done anything in 50 years. I think it's refreshing for the NBA, and I'm rooting for him. They've snatched momentum, and now that they've been able to make a statement in terms of even if they get behind, they can come back. I like Milwaukee's chances.
Yeah, and all the attributes you just listed about Giannis, you may have left out the most important, and that is he makes the guys around him better. Even if he's not playing, let's not forget Giannis hurt and out when the series with Atlanta was tied 2-2, and it was Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday and the supporting staff that won those 2 games. And if you look at this series, Giannis is getting his 30 and 15 every night, and he'll get it again tonight. But whether or not the Bucks win tonight, how does Drew Holiday play? How does Chris Middleton play? And it's when they add, much of anything based on the way Giannis is playing, the Bucks win. And I think they will get good performances out of those guys at home. Milwaukee has been maybe the best home team in the entirety of the playoffs. So series ends in 6.
Jeff's got that one.
Ooh.
Round 3.
Ooh, ah. Ooh, ah, 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 ooh.
Round 3, guys. Dan, this broke
Damn, you're
yesterday,
Simeon.
and you brought it up.
I broke it.
But I'm going to bring it up again.
Oh,
today.
we've got a broken story?
Today is a new day.
Okay.
Yesterday, ESPN dropped their future power rankings, power ranking the teams for they're projecting for the next 3 seasons.
Yeah.
And we all disagreed with where they had the Jaguars. They had the Jaguars at 21, sandwiched in between the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Jets as far as fate for the next 3 years. We all disagree, but I'll ask you guys, what is a fair placement in your estimation, in the next 3 years? Obviously, there's other teams with young stars as well.
You never want to be 21st in anything. It kind of, it kind of dumps on your excitement of having Trevor Lawrence and Urban Meyer. But 21 is way too low. This is a quarterback league. What would you say if Andrew Luck were your quarterback, or Peyton Manning, or John Elway, or any of the guys that he is compared to? What would you say if he was Justin Herbert even, or Joe Burrow? Trevor Lawrence is going to be those guys. Look, they can keep banging on us and talk about what if for another couple of months, and then sure as I'm sitting here, we're going to talk about the greatness of Trevor Lawrence for the next 12, 15 years. So, and to show you, we make a lot of fun of a lot of organizations and what they do and how relevant they are. This future ranking that has the Tampa Bay Bucks in 3 years at number 1 and the Jags at 21, there is better or as good a 50-50 shot that in 3 years, when Tom Brady is retired eating avocado, the Jags will have a better record than the Bucks. So this is about a wait and see attitude with Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence and the Jags play this year. Next year, they're going to be a lot higher than 21.
I'll put it succinctly. This list sucks.
Wow.
Sorry, Junie Bug. It is not good. I'll give you a perfect example. Forget the Bucks. The San Francisco 49ers drafted Trey Lance to be their quarterback. He's going to be their quarterback. Would you rather have Trevor Lawrence or Trey Lance? Which TL would you rather have? I'd rather have Trevor Lawrence, and so would 99.9% of anybody who knows anything about football. Therefore, and by the way, in 3 years' time, George Kittle's going to be old. You got to reboot here, man. You got to reboot. So I give me Trevor Lawrence, and I'll go right past the San Francisco 49ers. See you later, San Fran. So Bill Belichick's going to be retired in 3 years. Okay, he's going to be in his 70s. So this I don't know how they've come up with this list at all. It makes no sense. Aaron Rodgers is not going to be with the Green Bay Packers anymore. Jordan Love, and you're going to put the Packers at 13? I can go on, but I won't because time will prohibit me. But you understand what I'm saying, Justin.
I don't, Dan. Jeff.
Beef,
Round 4.
Beef, you got a dictionary there. Could you look up succinct for me real quick? I think he had an idea to be succinct, but then,
I don't need your breakdown of
it
my
wasn't.
answer.
It wasn't succinct.
I don't need your breakdown.
It wasn't a breakdown.
Yeah, it was.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Shut the
Yesterday,
hell up over there and just do your job.
Don't talk to me that way. What's wrong with you?
two
This isn't a baseball game.
two ex-Cowboys receivers entered opposite
Who do
corners
you think you are, John
of the
Nagowski?
ring yesterday.
Pirate.
Thank you.
What a jerk that guy is.
In one corner, you have Cole Beasley,
Yeah.
currently with the Buffalo Bills, and in
Yeah.
the other corner, you have Michael Irvin, the playmaker. Irvin was lamenting the Cowboys being among the teams that have not yet reached the 85% vaccine threshold, saying it shows a lack of competitiveness. Beasley, obviously, has been very vocal about his resistance to getting the vaccine, was very vehement in his disagreement with Irvin. So I ask you guys, does Irvin have a point about the competitive advantage being a motivation, or is he out of line?
Well, it's only going to affect one cast of players, okay? And that's the cast of players who are fighting for roster spots. That's where push comes to shove, man. If you're down low and you're on the bubble and you don't get vaccinated, and the other guy who's the same guy as you and is fighting for that 10th spot on the offensive line is vaccinated, guess who's getting the job? That's where it's going to hit the road.
Medical future lifestyle advice from Michael Irvin. You mean Michael Irvin?
The playmaker.
Where does Coke fall into the equation of what you should and shouldn't do as you're getting ready to win championships? No, I look, it's like any other workplace. Some people are going to decide to get vaccinated, others aren't. Whether they get sick, it's going to affect their employment.
Stand by here.
Welcome to round 5.
Kinda spin
And
it all there.
prepare to die.
I'm like a Braves reliever right now. I kind of felt like I had it there. I got a 2-strike.
And
Over
My
the
hair
fence.
there.
and lastly,
Get out, baby! Go!
Son of a bee.
Speaking of athletic
Dang it,
events
Justin,
with
you went deep on me.
That was Kevin Pillar in the 12th inning right there.
That was Justin.
that was Kevin Millar. Speaking of athletic events with COVID looming large over it, I don't know if you know this, guys. The Olympics start Friday. Opening ceremonies.
Yeah.
No one in attendance, but the Olympics will start. I mean, where are you and your excitement, anticipation, hype level for what they're still calling the 2020 games from Tokyo?
I'm like Will Smith right now. I'm just staring to the dugout. Are you going to come get me? Are you going to come get me? Did you not see what I just did there?
Blow the save,
Are
prize.
you going to come get me?
Blow it.
Oh, come on. Why do I feel like the Olympics are going to get started? They're going to go like 4 days, and they're just going to shut her down and send everyone home. The hype meter for the Olympics is what it is. You don't feel it until it starts, and then its ever-presence will draw you in. It will, because it's going to be on all the time across all these different platforms. We each have our favorite events. Look, I don't think any of us would rank the Olympics in our top 5 sporting events, but when they get here in the dog days of summer, carrying you through with interesting storylines, then, yeah, sure, people will get on board, but it always hurts when you got a 13-hour time difference. You know, right now at 7:30 in the morning, the gymnastics women's finals are going to be going on live or close to it, so that time lapse always makes it hard to get on board as well.
I'm more upset about the cardboard beds, quite frankly. I don't know what we're going to do with that. We got young folk out there in Tokyo wanting to have a good time, not being loud. The only sad part about the Olympics, and you know it's going to happen to somebody, is somebody who's been working extremely hard and is a gold medal favorite is going to get zapped with the Rona and not be allowed to compete, and that is going to be the quote, heartbreaking story of the Summer Games that will always be remembered as the Rona Games.
I hate the Mets. I love the Braves. Winner, Jeff.
Attaboy, Justin. You rallied.
I saw that.
Justin came in from
a
the
mile
bullpen.
away.
Yeah.
Justin,
Beautiful.
a mile away.
I'm becoming increasingly
You
surprised.
and Jeff can get together and
Can I
have a
just
loser
make a
party.
comment at some point?
Is what
I
you
ever
two
get to
can
take
do.
the stage after
I
a victory
mean,
beat. Ever.
No, because you always get up and walk out.
No, I've been here the
That's
last
what you
3
do.
weeks
I mean,
trying to give a speech.
it's unbelievable.
Huh? Trying.
Shove that speech right up
I'll
your
tell you what I
keister is
am.
what you can do.
You know what I'm surprised
You
by,
and
Pete?
Justin can go have lunch
Surprised
together.
how popular
Run
I
up
am.
what,
I didn't realize I was
Butthole.
this popular. I'm surprised. That's what surprises me with another E.T.N victory. Listen, Tennessee whiskey.
I've
Man
bought
of
you.
people.
I've
Now
purchased
I'm-
you a ticket as
now
well,
I'm-
Jeff.
Now I'm going to go get me
I'm
some coffee.
sending you.
You sit here and stew.
I'm sending you down to wherever the launch site is in Van Horn, Texas, and
Dan's rescinding the bobblehead.
you can get on. Bring back the bobblehead. Bring it back.